Welcome to the 8th grade Math Homework Helper Series. Tonight's homework is AA-3, Remote Interior Angles of a Triangle and an Exterior Angle. Let's review some vocabulary. Interior angle. The interior angle of a polygon is an angle inside the polygon and has its vertex formed by two sides of the polygon. An exterior angle. The exterior angle of a polygon is an angle formed by a side of the polygon and an extension of an adjacent side. And a supplementary angle. Supplementary angles are two angles whose sum equal 180. And we'll start by taking a look at letter B. Find the measure of all angles. So the first thing I want to do is solve for y. And I know I have a supplementary angle set up right here, that I have the value of one side, and knowing one side of the supplementary set, I can determine what the other side is. So I'm going to take all this information and I'm going to set it equal to what I know both sides have to equal, which is 180 degrees. So I have 84 plus y plus 25 equals 180. I combine like terms, so 84 and 25 combine for 109. Y comes down and 180 comes down. I then subtract 109 from both sides, which is going to give me y equals 71. And I can go ahead and plug that in. I now have a value for y, which also allows me to find x, because now I can take these two pieces and use that and the fact that I know that every triangle is equal to 180 degrees to determine what x is. So I add 71 and 84, I get 155. I subtract 155 from the total amount of degrees in the triangle, 180, and that leaves me with 25 degrees. And I can put that in for x. Moving on, I can now also determine what y plus 25 is, because I have a value for y of 71. And so 71 plus 25 equals 96 degrees. And I can put that in. And just like before with this triangle, now that I have these two angles, I can find the third angle. I have to add them up and subtract from 180. Adding them up, I get 64 and 96 equals 160. If I subtract 160 from 180, I get 20 degrees. And I have V is a supplementary angle to W, so I know the value of 1 being 20 degrees, and I know together they have to add up to 180, so I can use that information to find the value of V. So I have 180 minus 20 gives me 160 degrees. Now let's move on to letter D. The measure of an interior angle of a triangle is 4n plus 5 degrees. The measure of the corresponding exterior angle is 15n plus 4 degrees. What's the value of n, and what is the value of each of the given angles? So the first thing I need to do is determine the value of n, and I can do that because these are supplementary angles, and I know together they have to equal 180 degrees. Combining like terms, I get 19n plus 9 equals 180. The 15 and 4 give me 19, and the 4 plus 5 give me 9. I can subtract 9 from both sides, which leaves me with 19n equals 171, and then I divide by 19 on both sides, and it gives me a value of n equaling 9. Now that I know the value of n, I can plug that back in to find the specific angle amounts for each of these supplementary angles. So 15n plus 4 is 15 times 9 plus 4, which works out to be 135 plus 4, which equals 139 degrees. Moving on to 4n plus 5. 4 times 9 plus 5, 36 plus 5, 41 degrees. And I can check myself by adding 39 and 41, and my total comes out to be 180. And that's how you know that the amounts that you found were correct. Moving on to F. Find the measure of each interior angle and exterior angle. So as I scan through here, I'm looking for in this case I see supplementary angles. I can put these together. I know that the total, even though I don't know what each of them is, I know the total has to be 180. So I could put these together, make them equal to 180, and solve for y. And that's what I'll do. So once I put them together, I combine like terms, and I'll get 11y minus 7 equals 180. I add 7 on both sides. I get 11y equals 187. I divide by 11 on both sides, and I get y equals 17. Now I need to use the value of y and plug it into each one of these to determine what this and this amount is. So we're going to start with 8y minus 1. So 8y minus 1, 8 times 17 minus 1. 8 times 17 is 136, minus 1 gives me 135 degrees. Now at this point, I could subtract 135 from 180 and determine what this is as well. But since I know y, I'm going to plug it back in and we'll find it that way. So 3 times y minus 6 is 3 times 17 minus 6. 3 times 17 is 51. Minus 6 is 45 degrees. I need to find the value of x. So a couple ways I can do that. I know the value of this part of the triangle and this part of the triangle, so the third one can be found by adding them up and subtracting by 180. So if I have 135 and 22, it gives me 157. If I take that and subtract it from 180 degrees, I get 23 degrees. Please use the problems that were done for you tonight to help you to solve the additional problems that are on your homework. And remember, the key to success in math is not only working hard, but working smart.